Hey Team DMC, welcome to the overview and final project description of the Spring Scuba Elective. I haven't heard from you guys yet, but I'm sure when I do, I'm going to be really impressed. So I hope you get to it. So week one, you were learning about buoyancy, basically how you float in the water. Positive buoyancy means you rise to the surface because you don't have enough weight or you have air in your lungs. Negative buoyancy is when you sink because you have too much weight. Neutral buoyancy is when you float weightless in the water like an astronaut. Okay? You also learned about pressure in day two. Basically how the weight of the water pushes on your body, all of your cavities, particularly the air pockets and your sinuses and your lungs, and you've learned how to deal with that. You've also learned all the equipment that's used in scuba. And by the way, scuba stands for self-contained underwater diving apparatus. Day two, you've learned about the buddy system. You're always supposed to dive with somebody else, your buddy. Makes it fun, also so somebody can assist you in the case of an emergency, and also to do a pre-dive buddy check. And as I mentioned, my own way to remember the buddy check is beans with rice and fish. B, BCD. W, weights. R, regulator. A, air. F, fins, and final check. And then day 5 of week 1, we learned about communicating underwater with your buddy, for example. So you know exactly what this symbol means. Moving on to week 2, we learned about the health aspects of diving, in particular decompression sickness, which is when you're diving underwater and all that pressure is acting on your body actually absorbs nitrogen from the gas, the air that you're breathing. And if you go too quickly to the surface, that nitrogen in your blood gets released and causes a very serious health condition called decompression sickness. And I've asked you to review a few dive exercises and take a photo of yourself doing one. By the way, a dowel is a long wooden pole. You can grab a broom or a rake, shovel, whatever you want, as long as you can hold it like this and take a photo of yourself up against a wall. Little switch in the schedule. I made day 7 fish ID. And you're going to be knowing all the different factors in identifying fish and marine animals. And this was in preparation for day 8, which was a virtual trip to the New England Aquarium, where you will put your fish identification skills to work by identifying some of the fish that you're seeing in the great ocean tank of the New England Aquarium down in Boston's waterfront. After that, day 9, we talked about coral reefs, which are living entities in the water, the home for all the fish, these beautiful colored living organisms. And we also discussed how they're affected by climate change because they make the water warmer and it kills them. Lastly, day 10 was about shipwrecks and also about pirates, and the only known pirate ship in the world, which is located right here in Massachusetts. So that's the overview of week 1 and 2, and now I'm going to tell you about the final project.